are it.
I hear you.
You are it.
I hear you.
Whatever it is that you need in this life,
Mm,
you are it.
I hear you.
We can no longer wait.
Hi, family. Welcome to Real Life Stories with Boitumelo Mankuroane. For those who do not know me, I am Boitumelo Mankuroane. I am your host. If it is your first time in this platform, feel free wherever you are, please grab a chair because today is not going to be a normal one. Today, I have a special guest with us. I believe you are going to learn and your life will never be the same again. If you have not yet subscribed, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that whenever we come, you will get a notification. And for the returnings, oh wow, this family was never going to be the same without you. I really, really love you. And today I brought somebody that is special, somebody that is going to teach us something that we have never heard, somebody that we are going to learn from. Let me tell you, wherever you are, please make sure that you are grabbing that chair. How are you, mommy? You are welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Boitumelo. I'm very happy to be here and having this conversation.
I really appreciate. Before we start, I
Mm,
have three energizing questions that I would love to ask you.
okay.
That what is your favorite color?
My favorite color is black.
Color ya manyor.
Hey.
Yes. And what did you watch this morning or what did you listen to?
So this morning I was listening to CC Winans, The
Okay.
Goodness of God.
Yes.
It just completely uplifted me. It was
Yes.
just so beautiful. I was even singing along to it. I don't know, something about it just fed my soul.
That is powerful. And if we were to travel now, where
Mm.
would you love to go?
Oh, probably the Maldives or Dubai.
Please take me along.
Absolutely. I'll pack you in my suitcase.
Yeah, even in the boot, I don't have a problem. And please tell us, who is Hetty, the entrepreneur?
Hetty is an entrepreneur.
Hmm.
I am a lover of the African continent.
Yes.
I believe in the power of our people.
Yes.
And I am also an individual whose desire on this earth is to make an impact, to be able to touch people's lives and to make a difference.
And believe you me, we are touched.
Mm.
And before we start, there's this thing. When I looked at you, I was asking myself that uh, I don't see 9 to 5 there. Did you
Mm.
ever be part of 9 to 5?
Yes. So I was in a 9 to 5 job before I became a full time entrepreneur. I was in a 9 to 5 for about, call it 10 years. It was great. I
Okay.
was working within investment banking
Okay.
and I treated it like a business. It was actually quite interesting. So, even among my peers, I was earning more than them because
Mm.
I used entrepreneurial skills to actually build myself within my corporate career. But I just found that my business was growing faster than I was growing within my career. And I
Okay.
eventually had to make the decision, am I staying or am I going? And
Yes.
I chose the path less traveled.
And as you go, did you have an exit plan or did you just wake up and say, "No, I'm tired, let me go"? Did you plan ahead? And
Mm.
in that process of planning, which route did you take?
I did plan ahead. So I hear of stories where people will one day just wake up, have an epiphany, and quit their job.
Yeah.
That wasn't me at all. I was living a very comfortable life and I wanted to be able to maintain that. So, what I did was I read a lot of Robert Kiyosaki's books.
Yes.
One of them in particular was Cash Flow Quadrant.
Mhm.
And in that book, he speaks about the fact that you should do your full time job and your side hustle side by side until your side hustle is able to replace your
Yes.
corporate income for at least a year. Then you can be comfortable to transition. And that was the advice that I followed.
Wow. And I'm aware of P&H Boutique.
Yes.
What motivated you to start?
It's an interesting story. Working within corporate was absolutely amazing. I was in a good job. I was earning very well. But all of a sudden, I realized I'm spending 80% of my life at work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm spending more time with my colleagues than I am with my family.
Yes.
So, in as much as I enjoyed my work, I began to question certain things. For example, were we really created to spend 80% of our lives within an office?
Yes.
Or is life actually meant for living?
Yeah.
And is this something that we can do differently? I started also asking the question, why do we earn once a month?
Yeah.
What if we could earn more than that in a month? And through asking all of those questions, I began to realize that there is actually another way of doing things.
Yes.
This system of one job, one salary, we don't have to follow that template. What is it that we are actually going to work for? It's to earn money.
Mm.
Money is, in essence, a piece of paper. That means that there are many different ways to earn money. So, what if I explored that? And that's where I began to really take entrepreneurship a lot more seriously,
Okay.
beginning to educate myself, beginning to ask the right questions, plug myself into the environments that would help me to see things differently.
Yes.
And then through that, we were able to build the business. So when my husband and I were thinking to ourselves, we got married in 2010, and we're thinking to ourselves, what type of life do we want to live? And we both agreed that in as much as we love our jobs, if we want to be able to spend time, as much time together as possible, if we are blessed with children and we want to spend time with them, the corporate route is not going to work because
Mm.
it means we're spending 80% of our lives in an office.
Yes.
So that means we need to look at business. And that is where P&H Boutique came from. It was from a desire to create and build a life for ourselves that is our own design.
Okay. Okay. And I love it. I love it because I think somebody like me,
Mm,
um, I'm an upcoming.
mm.
I have a boutique, but
Yes,
it's still upcoming.
yes.
But what I'm learning here is that the reason why I started, it's
Mm,
because I love fashion.
yes,
Yes. And now I'm learning a different way to do things.
absolutely.
And now, when you started, did you have resources?
Not at all. We literally started from the spare bedroom of our home.
My God.
So a lot of people are waiting for perfect situations to get started. And there
Yes.
is no perfect situation.
Yes.
Even the life we are living today, 5 years ago, we were dreaming of it.
Yeah.
And yet, even now, we don't take a moment to step back and say, wow, look at what I've accomplished. We're already planning for the next 5 years.
Yes.
So, situations will never be perfect. You have to start with what you have right now. If you don't have a camera, you use your phone. If you don't have a shop, you use your spare bedroom. And so that's literally what we did. We started from the spare bedroom of our home, started with an e commerce store, which was literally a free website that we created, and began building P&H Boutique from there.
And if you look back when
Mm.
you started, what is it that you can say that I should have done it differently?
Um, Probably one of the things that I would have done differently that would have probably accelerated our growth is more collaboration.
Yeah.
Now I'm obsessed with collaboration because it allows you to grow organically and to leverage each other's
Yes.
skills and resources, etc. So I would definitely say, especially as a startup, if you have limited resources, look into the ways that you can leverage collaboration to
Yes.
be able to grow yourself and your business.
And now, if I may ask, how many branches do you have for P&H Boutique?
So we started from the spare bedroom of our home, and then we opened not one but seven retail
My
stores,
God.
yeah, across the country. And this is the thing, I always say to people, it doesn't matter where you are starting.
Yes.
Whether you are selling clothes from the boot of your car,
Yeah.
you have to start small but think big.
Yes.
Always think big. Make decisions today for the future that you want tomorrow
Yes.
and build your business accordingly.
Yes.
Start visualizing the person that you see yourself as being
Yes.
and show up as that person. And when you begin, there'll be people who think, oh, who do they think they are?
Yes.
Or, they're so full of
Themselves.
themselves
Yes.
because they are thinking to themselves, how can you think so big without evidence of
Yes.
anything that can propel you forward? But you have the responsibility to be full of yourself,
I hear you.
of your dreams,
Yes.
of your vision, of your
Yes.
aspiration. Because
Yes.
let me tell you what happens when you are full of that.
Mm.
It spills over.
Yeah.
It spills over to other
Yeah.
people. It
Yes.
spills over to your business. It
Yes.
spills over to everything that you do and
Yes.
every person that you encounter. And
Mm.
that is how we build our legacy along the way.
Okay. And I just want us to go back a bit during COVID.
Yes.
COVID came. Many
Yes.
lost their jobs.
Yes.
Many lost their businesses. How did
Yes.
it affect you?
So COVID had a great impact.
Mm.
I can actually say that it very much changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
There was a point where all retail stores were closed. We weren't
Yes.
considered to be an essential business. And it
Yes.
was actually within this very room that
Wow.
I was sitting on that chair over there. And I was thinking to myself, what if this is an opportunity to rebuild?
Mm.
What if this is an opportunity to reimagine and to start afresh?
Mm.
Because often when you're building your business, you're constantly chasing your tail. You don't even
Yes.
have time to sit back and breathe.
And look back.
And I thought to myself, if I could do everything over again, what would I do differently?
Yes.
And I thought to myself, I'd want to be in the online space
Mm-hmm.
so that I can impact as many lives as possible.
Yes.
I'd want to build a business where I can do it from anywhere by
Yes.
simply having a phone and having a laptop.
Mm.
I also want to build the type of business that can allow me to earn in multiple currencies.
Mm.
So, not just rands, dollars, euros, you name it. Having that ability to dream is so important because at the time it feels ridiculous. How can you want to build? What kind of a business is that?
Yes.
But the interesting thing is when a seed or a thought is planted,
Mm.
the brain is such a powerful organ. It
Yes.
now begins to think to us itself, how do I make this a reality? And you now begin to see the opportunities to manifest it.
Yes.
And so as a result, the brand of Hetty the entrepreneur was born.
My God.
So because of that, I now work from my smartphone, from my laptop, anywhere that I want. And I've literally got clients all over the world.
My God.
Never ever underestimate your dreams.
Yes.
And as we grow up, when we are adulting, what ends up happening is that bills begin to take over,
Yeah.
responsibilities begin to take over, and that inner voice that every single one of us has that whispers to us begins to be silenced. And
Yes.
we begin to think of our dreams as pipe dreams,
Yes.
as fantasies. But if we allow ourselves this, just the stillness of listening to that inner voice, it will actually guide you upon your path.
I like it because hearing you clearly, you are saying COVID came, it affected
Mm,
many, but in your life, it has changed you.
absolutely.
You know, I was one of those people that says COVID came,
Mm,
but I think I was just flowing with
mm,
COVID because I
yeah.
remember at that time, my husband was encouraging me to start a content.
Yes.
And I felt that, I know, look, I'm pregnant. Look,
Mm,
there's COVID. We
mm.
might be on lockdown for quite some time. I
Yes.
didn't do it,
Yes.
but I think I'm hearing a different, scenario about COVID
Yeah.
because I think people narrate it differently.
Yes. 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 And you know what? make no mistake, COVID came with its losses.
Yes.
It did come with its losses. We had some staff members that we lost. It definitely came with its stresses. Remember, when retail stores are closed, it means you're not generating an income and
Yes.
a revenue. But I truly believe in the power of faith and that there will always be a way that is made for you. But
Yes.
you have to be able to listen to that inner voice.
Wow.
Mhm.
And now let's move to P&H
Mm.
Homes. I
Yes.
know you're part of it.
Yes.
Okay, where did you start? How did you start?
You
What motivated you?
So, as we were growing the boutique and as I was attending lots of conferences and learning more about multiple streams of income, one of the things that I learned is that if you don't have funding
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't have an income generator,
Yes.
what you can do is you use your one business to fund another business.
Yes.
And I learned that property is an asset.
Mm-hmm.
It is something you can bequeath to your children. It
Yes.
is something that can give you multiple income streams. So the revenue from the retail business, from the selling of clothes, after paying our expenses and after paying ourselves a salary, the profit that was left, we pumped into the property business.
Wow.
And we use that to buy apartments,
Mm-hmm.
get tenants,
Mm-hmm.
and then generate a rental income. One of the amazing things during COVID is that all our tenants continued to pay.
My
So
God.
this is the thing. When you plant a seed, you never know when it's going to help you.
Yes.
So in as
Yes.
much as the retail stores were closed,
Mm.
we were earning rental income. And that is why it is important to plant in many areas so that when one is down, the other can be able to supplement you.
I hear you. And what advice can you give to somebody? Let's say the person want to be in property as well.
Yeah.
And here I am, I'm Boitumelo. I only have this house.
Yes.
And when I buy another house, I take this one and I put it on the
Mm.
market for rental.
Yes.
And the other scenario is that there are people that just go and buy property for rental. Which
Mm.
one would you advise us to start with?
To be honest with you, there is no paint by numbers formula.
Mm,
It is very individual and personal.
mm,
There are some people who can't afford, they've got their primary home, but they can't afford to buy an investment property. So, for example, if you are running your business from your home, you can be able to write off so much to tax. So, their
yes.
tax benefits. There
Mm,
are others that use their primary residence as Airbnb so that they can be able to generate an income from that. And then there are others who do strategies like house hacking, where, for example, they will take on a lease and be able to sublease. There
yes.
are so many different strategies that you can be able to use to suit where you are right now. But the whole idea is you need to be able to have the mindset to say, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
Let me look at strategies that can help me. There are over 13 property investing strategies that a person can use. So you can research and see what is the best one for my financial situation and
Yes.
also for what I am looking to achieve.
One thing I know about me and my listeners and my viewers,
Yeah.
we don't want to go and research. We want to
Yeah.
hear it from you. This tells us that we are definitely going to have another one
Yeah.
where you have to explain to us that, because we've been hearing that property is the key investment.
Yes.
And I don't think, more especially us as black children, we are clued up like that. We just know
Mm,
that you just have to build a back room and
yes.
only it ends there. That's
Yes.
what we call property.
Yes.
And now, are you into rentals
Mm,
or hotels,
mm,
B&Bs?
mm.
Because there are people that just want to be in your hotel because it's a Hetty's
Yes.
hotel.
Yes.
Oh, I'd love to do that as well.
So we do a lot of rentals, especially of apartments.
Okay,
Yeah, so we've got quite a number of rental apartments, and then of course we've got our tenants in there, and
okay,
then we receive monthly rental income.
okay, okay.
Mm.
And somebody asked me a question that I'm
Yes,
aware that it is your husband that is capturing your content.
yes,
And what happens when you guys fought? And I looked at it. I tried to trace back because I don't
yes,
think there's a time where we woke up,
yes,
we fought. I'm not
yes,
saying our marriage is perfect. I'm just saying I'm
yes,
seeing God in
yes.
it. Whenever I want content, I always see my husband behind it. I think
Yes.
we have never had that moment. So, what
Mm.
can you tell people about working with your husband?
Mm. You know what? Working with your partner, or to be honest, any business partner, there's a great deal of maturity that is required.
Yes.
You both have to be on the same page in terms of what are we doing this for?
Yeah.
What is our vision and our goal for this thing?
Mm,
When you understand your why,
mm.
it surpasses emotions,
Yes.
because emotions can dribble us, you know.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not even your partner. You can wake up and just not feel like it. I
Yes.
simply don't feel like it. I'm not in the mood. But when you understand that you are working towards a particular goal,
Mm.
that becomes your incentive to push through.
Yes.
The most successful people are those who are consistent long past the excitement, long past when the euphoria of doing what you are doing has passed.
Mm.
It is waking up and saying, I am going to be consistent regardless of how I feel in this moment, so
Yes.
that your future self can thank you for that.
Wow. And what is that one strength that
Mm,
you have and Papa has,
mm,
and you know that once it combines, it makes
mm,
everything to work?
mm. One of the things I think is unique with Papa and I is that once we have made a decision to do something,
Mm.
we do it.
Hmm.
That is it. I'm not saying we are the best
Yes.
at doing it. I'm
Yes.
not saying we are the most intelligent at
Yes.
doing it.
Mm.
But when we make the decision, we literally go out there and do it.
Mm.
So that is in times where others are wondering, can I do it? Others are wondering, am I qualified to do it? Tina, we've already started.
Yeah.
There are so many projects that we've spoken about with other people where we're either supposed to do it together or they were also going to do it, where we have far surpassed them and they are still thinking about, should we do it?
Mm.
Once the seed of thought is implanted in your head, it means it's yours. The
Yes.
thought did not occur to you by accident or by coincidence. It is ordained for your life.
Yes.
So you must stand in that authority and go forward and do it
And own it.
and own it because it is already yours.
Mm.
So that is one of the things that I think is unique about us. We make a decision and we just go for it.
Yeah.
And there is a certain universal law that comes into play when you act on faith. You may not have the resources, you may not even have the finances, you don't know where your help or your support is going to come from. But because you are acting in accordance to that faith and that belief that this is mine,
Yes.
your help comes along the way
Mm.
in ways that you haven't even imagined. But
Yes.
it cannot do so if you first do not make the decision to do it.
Mm. As I'm listening to you, I feel like, oh, I feel the presence of the Lord. Can you preach it? No, I hear you.
Amen.
I hear you. Now, let's move to your content
Yes.
monetization.
Yes.
What inspired you to start that one? Because it is
Yeah.
unique.
Yes.
I've checked
Yes.
on my circle.
Mm.
I've checked in my platform. I'm not saying
Mm.
it's not out there. I've not
Mm.
yet seen it. What
Yes.
inspired you to be that unique? And how did you know that it will be outstanding?
Yes. To be honest with you, in looking at the ways in which I wanted to monetize my own personal brand,
Mm.
I understood the importance of doing something that is natural to me, that
Yes.
is a God given talent or ability. And one of the things I know how to do is to make money in business.
Yes.
I know how to do that.
Hmm.
In the same way, some people know how to sing,
Mm.
some people know how to paint. You
Yes.
know, we all have that natural gift that is assigned to us at birth.
Yes.
So even people who are not my clients and I advise them do this, this, and that, they come back and say, you know, Hetty, I did that and I made this amount, or I did that and I gained a client.
Yeah.
It I just have the ability to see something and to say, do this, do that, and I promise you, it translates into profitability for business.
Wow.
And so, because of that, I knew that the type of coaching or knowledge that I wanted to share in the online space
Mm.
is to help people make money
Money.
in their businesses or their personal brands, because that is an area that I see a lot of people struggling. They
Yes.
try their best online. They've got
Mm.
good products, they've got good services, fantastic personal brands, but they're
Yes.
not monetizing it. And as a result, it makes them incredibly demoralized because they think, oh, is what I'm doing worth it?
Yeah.
And that is where I knew that I can make a difference.
And indeed, you're making a difference because, as for me,
Mm.
I only know the monetization when I look at the requirements that YouTube requires. But I
Yes.
believe I'm connected to the right people. I'm going to learn. So
Yes.
now, let's say, what can you please go in details? What is
Mm.
monetization? What do people expect if we want to book for that consultation?
Mm.
What can we expect from it?
Mm. All right. So, monetization in its very simple form is the act of generating and making money.
Yes.
So, if you are doing an activity that makes you money, you are monetizing.
Okay.
Now, my speciality is specifically within the online space, monetizing within the online space. So, there are billions of people that are on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are making money from it, and some people are not.
Yes.
Those that are making money from it are monetizing it.
Yes.
So, that is what it really means in its very simplistic form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And what does it require, or
Mm,
what does it take for somebody to coach in that line? Do
mm,
I have to go to school? But I
mm,
heard you clearly that you said it's
mm,
something that is God given to you.
mm,
But would you advise somebody that, I know you are looking at me, maybe you want to be like me,
mm,
go to school, or you can
mm,
catch it along the way? what
mm.
what advice can you give to us?
So, first and foremost, a person's journey in the online space is very personal
Mm.
because all of us have got a different path.
Mm.
So, if you are looking to monetize in the online space, the first step is understanding what are you going to specialize
Mm.
on? What is going to be your niche? What do you want to be known for?
Mm.
What do you want to talk about within the online space? Are you
Yes.
looking to sell a product or a service? What makes it unique and different to your competitors within the marketplace? One thing about monetization is that it rewards the most authentic people. So if I
Yes.
see that Boitumelo is doing well and I want to be a Boitumelo light, it's not going to work
Yes.
because I cannot replicate you.
Yes.
You've got your own magic, your own source, your own things that make you unique. So it is
Yes.
important for people to tap into their own uniqueness when
Mm.
it comes to the online space.
Mm.
And that is what our agency helps people to do, is
Okay.
to understand what is that thing about them that is so unique that we can leverage to impact their community, to build their tribe and their audience so that they can then monetize.
Do you know why I didn't really introduce you and go in
Mm,
details?
mm,
It's because I knew that as I ask about boutique, as I ask
mm,
about homes, as I ask
mm.
about this, this is what will come out.
Yes.
And I believe wherever you are watching, wherever you are listening,
Mm,
you know now we have a boutique, we have homes, you
mm,
can consult, there's
mm,
agencies, we are learning. This is the full package. You are the full
mm.
package. This is what we are praying for. You know, when we say, when I
Mm,
grow up, I want to be like you, I
mm,
believe we are just talking about people like you. So I
mm.
just want to find out, do you get discouraged along the way, or what really discouraged you in your journey of entrepreneurship?
To be honest with you, for me, I've realized that the trick of entrepreneurship
Mm.
lies always in being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first started out, I didn't have lots of followers.
Yes.
I felt a little bit self-conscious and aware of myself. What will people think? What is she doing, etc.
Yes.
You know, when a person has a lot of followers, there's less burden of proof
Yes.
because people just kind of take whatever it is that they're doing. But when you have less followers and you're still in the beginning stages of building an audience, there's a lot of burden of proof. But what I told myself is, I'm just going to be consistent for 1 year. Let's see what happens.
Yes.
Let me just, whether there's people supporting, whether there's likes, whether there's shares, whatever the views may be, I am going to be consistent for 1 year and let us see what happens. And
Yes.
that is what I always advise people. No matter what your challenges are
Yes.
within your journey,
Yes.
be consistent for 1 year and see what happens.
Even when I started my niche as well, I just
Mm.
told myself that I'm going to be consistent. On
Yes.
YouTube, every Friday I should be there.
Yes.
On Instagram, every day I should be there.
Yes.
And let me tell you something, there's something that my husband always said,
Mm.
that when you want to build a habit, when you want to build a brand,
Mm.
just do it 7 times. The
Yes.
eighth time, it will not be difficult. So
Yes.
I think that is what I'm running with. And I'm glad that it's what you are saying.
Yes, it's actually interesting that you say that because that is actually the premise of the book. Because you will notice within the book, it isn't made up of chapters,
Mhm.
it is made up of days.
Okay.
Because they say that if you continuously do something for 21 days, that habits begin to start formulating.
Okay.
So, in order to develop the mindset of monetization, this book is a 21-day guide
Okay.
so that it's not convoluted, it's not difficult, it's not complicated or
Mm.
overwhelming. 21 days, that's it.
Done.
Done.
So now, as we are still talking about this book,
Mm.
when did you know that you're going to write a book?
So this book has been a work in progress for at least the past 2 years. And the reason for that is because I had been contemplating and thinking about it, but struggling to think of the angle that I wanted to go with it.
Mm.
So initially, the book was a lot thicker than this. It was probably 4 times the size. And I was trying to put all the knowledge, all of the information.
Mm.
But then something in my spirit just said, simplify.
Yeah.
Simplify it. The
Yes.
person that is going to pick this up needs practical tools that they can open up,
Mm.
read about it, implement in their business or in their online journey, and recognize a change.
Mm.
So as a result, I then sat with my partner and we simplified it into 21 days
My
just for
God.
people to get the basics that they need of monetization.
Wow. I'm inspired. I'm inspired. I'm
Mm,
really inspired. So now, I can you please just give us 3 keys that are
mm,
in this book, that
mm,
anyone that doesn't own this book, they are
mm,
missing out on? Three
mm,
keys at least.
mm.
Because if we say men, you might give us
Yeah.
the whole 21 days.
So there are three main things that you want to think about. The first part of this book is all on the fundamentals of monetization,
Okay.
understanding the psychology of monetization,
Okay.
because everything that you do first starts here.
Yes.
If you want to succeed, you must first get your mind right. So,
Yes.
understanding that. Then the second part of the book now begins to look at basic strategies
Yes.
that of monetization that you can then begin to implement.
Mm.
And then the third part of the book is we've got real life client case studies
Mm.
within this book of people that we work with within our agency, the strategies that we have applied for them to be able to actually succeed. And the reason we did this is because sometimes people struggle with the concept of monetization.
Mm.
What does it mean practically? So we have examples here of clients we work with, lawyers, doctors, accountants, coaches,
Yes.
consultants, so that people can be able to see for themselves within their own lives how these strategies can work for them.
I just love the fact that you have real life case studies.
Mm,
What I need to do from here,
mm,
I'm going to revisit everything that I'm doing
mm.
so that my real life case study can be written in your next
Yes.
book. When I put it up there, my kids should know that even if the
Yes.
name is not stated, money is
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Absolutely.
And what advice can you give to somebody that want to write a book? They
Mhm.
have an idea, they've gathered information, they have everything,
Mm,
but they don't know where, when, and how to start.
mm. So, first of all, I want you to start with your mindset. If you have a desire to write a book, you must already start seeing yourself as the author that you are.
Yeah.
A lot of times we get stuck here.
Mm.
And because we get stuck in our minds, then it prevents us from executing.
Mhm.
It is so important for us to have more African authors because our stories need to be immortalized
Mm.
and they need to be told.
Mm.
Whether you think it's small or not, it doesn't actually matter.
Mm.
We need more diverse stories out there. So
Yeah.
whether it's of your story, whether it's of your life, whether it's of your journey, whether it's of your knowledge, we need more books. Then the next thing you want to do is just to think about, what do you want this book to do? What do
Mm.
you want it to accomplish? And write that down. Sometimes it is the simplest things that are the hardest to do, because we
Yes.
overcomplicate things. Let your book just have one objective and focus on that.
Mm.
That is going to help you to be able to put your themes and your topics together, to be able to put the book together.
Wow. And where do you see yourself? Now we are in books, homes,
Mm,
agency,
mm,
coaching. Where do you see yourself beside this?
mm.
Okay, let me put it this way. What is your other interest beside what you are currently doing?
My greatest driver in life is to impact people. I want to be able to enter rooms, to be able to have conversations with people that are going to be able to help them move forward within their lives.
Okay.
I believe that I have been given the gift of my voice
Mm-hmm.
and my knowledge to
Yes.
be able to help our people to be able to move forward. I love our continent and I love our people.
Yes.
I believe that we are truly blessed and we have so much value to offer the world. And with just the right people and tools and resources,
Yes.
we are able to do that. Our lives are a vessel. Everything that we do, we are a conduit
Mm.
of delivering a message. So every room I enter, every speaking engagement, every interview like this, I always say a prayer, that I pray that the person who's meant to listen to the conversation,
Yes.
who is meant to hear the message, it reaches them.
Amen.
That is truly all that I desire from this life.
Mm.
Let it never be said that we walked this earth and we just did not leave a footprint.
Yeah. And what can you say to somebody that says there's no employment in our country?
Mm, mm, mm. Here is the thing. Here is the thing. You are it.
I hear you.
You are it.
I hear you.
Whatever it is that you need in this life,
Mm.
you are it.
I hear you.
We can no longer wait
Mm.
for anybody to come and give us anything anymore.
Yes.
We are in 2023.
Yes.
Whatever it is that you want out of this life, you must create it for yourself.
Yes.
That is it. We are, and people, we need to understand that in this moment right now,
Mm.
what we are living is not a dress rehearsal. This
Yes.
is it. This is our life.
Reality.
This is it.
Mm.
So we have the responsibility to make out of it what we desire for ourselves.
Mm.
So if somebody is, there is absolutely nobody that is coming to save any of us. You are it. Whatever it is that you are looking for, you are it. If you're
Yes.
looking for employment, you create your employment.
Yes.
If you are looking for a mentor, you mentor yourself.
Yes.
You read books, you listen to podcasts, you do all of those things that you need to do. Is it easy? No.
Yeah.
Of course it isn't. Is it challenging? Absolutely. But guess what? You are worth it.
I hear you.
You are worth your own investment into yourself.
I hear
Your
you.
life is not a mistake. You
Yes.
are here for a reason.
Yes.
And every single moment that you are waiting for somebody to save you is an opportunity wasted for you to live your highest expression of yourself on this earth.
My God. You are it. You are the employment that you are looking for. You
Absolutely.
are the employment. You don't have to go and look for employment.
Mm,
What a powerful statement.
mm,
And if I may ask, who is your support structure?
mm. Gosh, I have got huge support structure. First and foremost, my biggest support structure is my creator,
Okay.
because that is my purpose for being here on this earth
Yes.
and for being able to deliver the messages that I deliver.
Yes.
I've got my husband, who is a wonderful support structure and business partner.
Mm,
I've got my family.
mhm.
My parents are incredibly supportive, as well as my family in love. I don't call them my family in law.
Yes.
I have also got my team that is incredibly competent and excellent in the work that they do through our agency in supporting our clients.
Mm,
And most importantly, I've also got my online audience monetizers. These are individuals that have supported me along my journey.
mm.
These are individuals who are investing in themselves, who follow me in the online space.
Yes.
We are in this journey together.
Mm.
Some people have followers.
Yes.
I have got family,
Yes.
and I respect and honor the people that follow me on my platforms,
Yes.
because we are doing this life thing online together.
I want to attest to that. Let me share with people
Mm,
that I only heard about Hetty,
mm,
I think 2 months ago
mm.
or 3 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Then what happens is that I followed her. You won't believe that immediately you
Mm.
responded. You
Mm.
introduced yourself
Yes.
and said, "This is me, this is what I do." And what do you do? I said, "My
Yeah.
God." I ran to my husband. I said, "Love,
Yeah.
come and see this big shot is responding to my
Yes.
text." I
Yeah.
now looked at your followers, I looked
Mm,
at mine, I said, "Oh, wow, this can be God."
mm,
Indeed, what is keeping you there, it is who you are.
mm,
Guys, she followed back. She
mm,
texted back.
mm.
Wow.
You know what? The online space is extremely powerful.
Yes.
And we need to understand that the people that follow us are living, breathing human beings.
Yes.
And we should be having conversations with each other.
Yes.
We must never, ever, ever think we are too big to connect with the next person.
I love it.
We must never, ever think we are too big to not have a conversation with the very people that are supporting you.
Yeah.
There is no Hetty the entrepreneur without the monetizers.
Yes.
There is no Hetty the entrepreneur without our clients.
Yes.
And the minute you forget that being in a leadership role means that you are in service of others, that is
Yes.
the day we begin to go down.
I
We
hear
must
you.
always, always remember to keep our humanity,
Mm,
because that is what is going to keep us close to the people that we are serving.
I hear you a lot. And how do you manage
Mm,
being a wife,
mm,
family person,
mm,
an entrepreneur, a
mm.
coach, an author, a content creator? How do you manage everything? How do you manage it?
To be honest with you, some weeks are better than others.
Yeah.
Honestly, some weeks are better than others. But I must be honest with you, Boitumelo, I love what I do.
You can tell.
I love what I do. I love having conversations. I love implementing strategies. I celebrate my clients' wins. It feeds my soul and my energy.
Wow.
And so for me, even when I am tired because I've done what I love.
Yeah.
I'm not tired because I don't like this thing.
Mm,
I'm tired because I've done what I love.
mm,
And in those moments, I take a step back to renew myself, to energize myself, and come back stronger.
I like it.
And yo guys, life is for living.
Yes.
We like to say that life is short. It is short. But let me also say this: life is too long to not do what you love.
Yeah.
Too
Long.
long. It is too long to not seek what makes you happy and
Yes.
to not impact lives along the way.
Yes.
It really, really is.
I like
I
it.
don't know how long God has given to all of us, but you want to reach the finish line feeling, yes,
I've made it.
I've
I
made
worked.
it. I ran my race
Yes.
in the way it looks like for you. Yeah.
I hear you. And before we can close, do you have any upcoming event? Because I'm aware that you
Mm.
have events,
Yes.
consultations, online
Yes.
events,
Yes.
physical ones. Do you have an upcoming one? And
Yes.
where, please share the details with us.
All right, absolutely. We've got our Pretoria book launch
Mm.
that's happening on the 6th of May. We are touring the country. We are doing Durban in June. We are doing Cape Town in September. So we are just going everywhere. The best thing is just to follow me on the socials so
Yes.
that you can see what we are up to. The most important thing also is, of course, to get the book, because every single Wednesday at 6 o'clock on Instagram, I teach an Instagram class, and it is unpacking the principles in the book.
Okay.
So this is like our textbook for our monetization journey.
Okay.
And if you're going through it and you've got a question, you bring it on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock on Instagram, and we unpack it and we learn and grow together as a monetization community.
And I also wanted to find out that how much is the book and
Mm.
where can they, not we, where
Yes.
can they find it?
Yes. All right. So the book is 290 Rand.
Okay.
You can pick it up at our store in Pretoria at Mainland Mall, or you can also order online for delivery, and it can be then couriered to you. Then it would be 390, including the delivery fee. So just DM me or click the link in my bio on the socials, and you'll get the link to purchase the book.
Okay, and before we close, Hetty, is there anything that you'd like to share with the viewers or the
Mm,
listeners?
mm. I think the final thing that I want to share with your listeners is to say that in the history of mankind,
Hmm.
there is no better time to share your knowledge, to show up in the online space, and to literally share the knowledge and the value that you have. You can monetize in the online space in so many different ways. If you are feeling stuck as you are watching this, if you are feeling the need to do something different, please do not sleep on yourself.
I hear
Every single person has been born with knowledge and value to share, and you can live your purpose and marry it with profits as well.
you.
And
Wow,
that is something every single African person needs to know.
I hear you. And where can people find you?
Okay, so it's Hetty the Entrepreneur
Hmm.
on all social platforms, Instagram, Facebook, wherever, whichever platform you prefer. Hetty the Entrepreneur. Pop me a DM, say monetize, and let's just get talking.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate. And may the Lord bless you for us.
Mm,
And when I'm listening to you now. I'm just
mm.
thinking that, oh, she's doing many things. What do I do? Do I buy a dress or do I buy a book? Because I love a dress. But again, I think I just want to break that thing that if
Mm,
you want to hide money inside
yeah,
and not give it to
yeah,
a black person, put it
yeah,
inside a book.
yeah.
I think I'll definitely come out with a book.
Yes,
But I love
yeah.
the dress. Eh?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you so much, family, for being with us. I really appreciate, and please make sure that wherever you are leaving a comment, and I will definitely share it with her. Just tell us what you have learned in this platform, or what you want people to know about in this platform, and what is it that you want to ask. As we know that she's reachable, but you can leave it and share the link, and I believe your life will never be the same again. Thank you so much for tuning in once more, and God bless you. Love you. Bye.